The best surprise I had in years happened on a rainy afternoon when I was certain my life had nothing left to surprise me with. I was sitting alone in a quiet café, staring at an unfinished job application, calculating how many days I could survive without work. Then the door opened. She walked in, looked across the room, and our eyes met. In that single moment, I forgot everything: the unpaid bills, the loneliness, the disappointments, and every reason I had taught myself not to hope anymore. If you believe in kindness and second chances, please like this video, share it with someone who needs a little hope, leave a comment, and subscribe to Kindness Space. Sometimes a second chance arrives when we have completely stopped waiting for one. My name is Daniel, and at 34, I had become very good at pretending everything was fine. 3 years earlier, I had a stable job, a small apartment, and plans for the future. Then the company closed, my savings disappeared faster than I expected, and one difficult year became another. I took temporary jobs, delivered packages, worked late shifts, and applied for positions that never called me back. Every rejection made the next application harder to send. But losing money wasn't what hurt the most. It was losing the feeling that I mattered. Friends became busy. Invitations became rare. People stopped asking how I was doing because I had become the person who always said he was fine, even when he wasn't. My mother had been the one person who could see through that sentence, but after she passed away, there was nobody left who knew when I was pretending. That afternoon, I had gone to the cafe because my apartment felt unbearably quiet. I ordered the cheapest coffee and sat near the window with my old laptop. Rain covered the glass while cars moved slowly along the street. I was working on another job application when I received an email saying the position had been given to someone else. I closed the laptop and lowered my head. For a few minutes I simply sat there. Then the cafe door opened. A woman stepped inside, shaking rain from a dark umbrella. She wore a charcoal coat and carried a brown leather bag. Her dark brown hair was slightly damp, and she paused near the entrance as if searching for someone. Then her eyes found mine. I stopped breathing for a moment. It was Emily. 12 years disappeared in an instant. Emily had been my closest friend during the happiest years of my life. We had studied together, shared cheap coffee, walked through the city talking about our dreams, and promised that no matter where life took us, we would never become strangers. But life had other plans. Her family moved away. My mother became ill. Responsibilities multiplied, and our messages became less frequent until one day there were no messages at all. I hadn't seen her since. Emily walked toward my table and I couldn't find a single word. She looked almost the same, but there was something different in her eyes, a calmness that came from surviving her own difficult years. She sat across from me and told me she had been trying to find me for months. She had returned to the city and asked old friends about me. Eventually, someone mentioned the cafe I often visited. I smiled awkwardly, unsure why she was there. Then she placed a small envelope on the table. Inside was a letter from a community organization she had helped create. They were starting a new program for unemployed adults, teaching practical computer skills, preparing resumes, and connecting people with local employers. Emily remembered something I had told her years ago. I had once wanted to help people who felt invisible because I knew exactly what that felt like.